Let's go next to, there's some interesting folks here. Some interesting folks. Let's go to, I'm going to pronounce it correctly this time, Nisha from Michigan. Did I get it right, Nisha?
Yes, David, you got it right.
Thank you. What's going on?
Nothing much. I actually did talk to my friend that I talked to you about. I guess the last time that I was on.
Yeah, it was like a Trumpist, but not a super crazy one. Is that right?
Yeah, she's definitely not a Trumpist or anything like that.
Oh,
She just doesn't really like. She doesn't really trust the the vaccine and whatnot.
oh, it was the vaccine.
So
Okay, all right, fair enough. Okay,
yeah, it was a
yes,
vaccine.
vaccine. Got it.
So we kind of had a bit of a falling out
Really?
because
Am I
um,
responsible for it?
no, you're not.
Okay.
Because I had told her that a friend of mine and another friend of mine and her mother, they were fully vaccinated, and
Yeah.
I was actually able to let them see my child.
Right.
And once I think once I told her that, I think she kind of got very defensive, and then she asked me why did I get the vaccine because now I'm fully vaccinated.
Right.
So I pretty much, of course, had to go and tell her like the reason why I got my vaccination was because to protect my daughter and whatnot, and also my husband also got the same thing as well.
Yep.
So I tried to not get into a debate with her because she was asking me so many questions, and then she was bombarding me with all this stuff, and she was even telling me, of course, with her whatever type of research that she had. And I was like, where's your proof and where's your proof and whatnot? It was like, well, I don't know. Where'd you get your stuff? I read my stuff. So
Right.
I just couldn't really. Oh man! And then I had to go and ask my husband to pretty much help me out because she kept on saying that the vaccine was pretty much done in a matter of months, and I pretty much had to go and tell her like it wasn't really in a matter of months. It pretty much took over a decade.
Right. Yeah. I think my approach to when people say that is, sequencing the virus is a matter of a few hours. What the point
Mm-hmm.
here with these mRNA vaccines is the underlying technology, and that's been
Mm-hmm.
researched for more than a decade. Sequencing the virus is child's play, and it can be done in just a matter of hours. But this is a different type of vaccine, and so just applying that kind of statement doesn't really make sense because the underlying
Right.
technology has been in development for so long.
Right. And because I think my husband has said that I think they started doing it I think back in 2003, so pretty much almost I guess close to 2 decades. I
That
could
may
be
be.
wrong. Yeah.
But Nisha,
So
so are you guys not no longer speaking because of the vaccine differences of opinion?
pretty much his differences of opinion. She of course told me that her sister was of course getting the vaccine and her mother was too,
Yeah.
and she was infected with COVID. I think maybe 3 weeks ago. So she finally, of course, got out of it.
Yeah.
And I was pretty much thinking, like, don't you think that would at least been a reason for you to at least take the vaccine just so you don't get sick anymore?
Right.
Because I kind of had some type of epiphany, like if you keep on getting sick from the same virus over and over again, it might, I don't know, I could be wrong, that it might damage you in some type of way to where you can't really recover from it like you
Well,
should.
once you recover, you're protected from that strain for some period of time, but it's not as
Mm,
robust protection as from
from the
as from
vaccine.
getting vaccinated. Yeah. Well,
Right,
listen.
right.
Hopefully, the relationship can be reconvened and rehabilitated. And I really appreciate you giving me the update, Nisha.
Okay.
All right. Thanks
Well,
very
yeah,
much.
definitely did. All right. Well,
There is Nisha from Michigan with an update there.